over how to use Autodesk Inventor. So, in a nutshell, Autodesk Inventor is a CAD program, or it's a computer-aided design program that is used to design products, everyday products, blueprints, sketches, of anything that needs to be presented or created. So, we will get into more detail about what they're for and what they're used for as we progress through this tutorial video. So our goal is to keep the video short so you can pick and choose what information you need. So whether this is your first time or you've been doing this for many years and you just need a refresher or just looking to see new techniques. So this first video is going to be over how to create sketches, um, things like triangles or circles and rectangles and dimensioning. So that's where everything's going to be based around, and also where and how to start each file. That's our goal. So let's get started. We're going to create a part file. Parts are individual components, and multiple parts that are constrained or assembled together are called assemblies. So to create a part file, we have two options. We can click right here on new, and you see it automatically comes up. We could click here. The thing with using this, it's not going to give you an option to choose your dimensions, whether or not you're going to use metric, being centimeters and millimeters and meters, or English, which is going to be your inches, feet, and miles. All right. So we're going to go ahead and come up here, click on File. We'll see a little pop-up that pops up. We're going to click on New, and we're going to click on Part, or we can click right here on New. We'll see a little pop-up that comes up. Here we have our options. For you, it's going to start out like this. Just click on the little circle or the triangle. And then right here, we'll click on English, and we have our standard right here. So this is going to be for sheet metals, and you see a little image down here that gives you that example. Standard part, see, and there's your standard part. So we're going to go ahead and create a standard inch part, and it's going to pop up with this. If yours is taking a little bit longer, just look down here on the lower left, and if you see it says loading or little three dots and it's changing text, just give it a little bit longer. Depending on your computer system, it may take shorter or longer than our computer system. So to start with this, let's just go over what each part of this window is. This is your ribbon. This is where commands are located. You can drag them out, and the things that I'm dragging out are called panels. So these panels are a set of commands that are all grouped together based off of their function. So I'm going to go ahead and put this panel back in, and then I'm going to go ahead and put this panel back in as well. Let's get that done. All right. So, and this is our browser. So if you ever hear me say, let's go to our browser, I'm not talking about Google or Edge or Firefox. I'm talking about this right here, because this is our browser for our part. And as we start creating things, we're going to see that this is going to start populating with features and items. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to come up here and click on Start 2D Sketch. We're going to select a plane, and we have two ways to select it. We can select straight into the drawing window or the drawing pane, and we can select our plane, and the one that's highlighted green is the one that's going to be selected. Or we come over here, we can select it the same way. So I'm going to go ahead and select our XY plane, and it's going to change your view. We're going to go ahead and draw a combination of some basic shapes. First shape we're going to draw is going to be a circle. I'm going to go ahead and come up here, click on circle, and I'm just going to click anywhere with my left mouse button, and I'm just going to drag out. I'm not going to worry about the dimensions, so I'm just going to do a left click. I'm going to come up here to dimension. I'm going to click on my circle, drag out, does not matter, just as long as you don't drag it way over here, because then it becomes hard to see, somewhere close to your circle. Make sure also that if it's inside, just keep in mind on if you're going to have anything else on the inside. So I'm just going to drag it out here a little bit. There, I can change the dimension, so I'll go ahead and make this a 1-inch circle. Notice it disappears. So I'm going to scroll out using my center wheel on the mouse, and it's over there to the left. To reposition it so it's more in line with the center of our screen, let's do a left, or not a left, but let's click on the center wheel of your mouse and hold it. And I can drag it. So that's the center wheel and holding on the center wheel. So we're clicking the center wheel and holding. Now, we drew a circle. Now we're going to draw a rectangle. Come up here, click on polygon, click on rectangle, and just again, dragging out. And didn't worry about dimensions. Here we're going to add in our dimensions. Let's just make this a 2" by 2" rectangle. 2 inches. And then I'm going to click here, drag out. I'm going to make that 2 inches. There we go. We have our rectangle, or in this case, a square. Let's add another shape. We're going to come over here, do a polygon. This is, we can change the shape, so let's make it an octagon. I'm not going to click done, because if I click done, watch what happens. It doesn't let me do anything. Come back up here on polygon, number 8 sides, 8 for octagon. Click in. It doesn't matter. I can rotate it. All the sides will still be even. So I'm going to go ahead and click here. And now I can click done. And there I have an octagon. I can come in, change my sides. Let's make it 1" sides. Notice every side on my octagon changes. Let's go ahead and add a triangle. I'm going to do, again, polygon, just change the number of sides to 3. Click out, and there's my triangle. Now I can click done, dimension. Oh, and if your triangle is not exactly perfect, and you're trying to do a dimension that's aligned with the side, just do a right click, click aligned, and now it's aligned. So that way your dimension is accurate to what it's going to be. Last but not least, we're going to go ahead and create a slot. We're going to come over here to circle. All right, you'll notice that slot's not in here, right? That's because the slot's a little bit different. If you come over here to line, you're not going to have anything in there. So slots are going to be right over here, right under the polygon feature. So let's just click on slot overall. Actually, we'll click on center to center, and we'll just click here. Just drag over, expand. There's 2 dimensions on slots. That's going to be right here, right here. Let's make that 4 inches. And then last but not least, let's go ahead and change our radius to 1 inch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've made 5 shapes. We've learned how to do dimensions. We've learned how to do polygons, slots, circles, rectangles, and squares. Whenever you're done with creating your shape, the last thing you do is click finish. And it zoomed in. If just go ahead and click on the home icon, and that takes you to that. So the last thing to do is save it. So make sure you go ahead and save your files. If you're going to be following along with this, go ahead and save your files, and you can title it Lesson 1. Thank you again. This is SA STEM with our Inventor tutorial videos. This is video 1, learning how to sketch and how to open or start a new file and save a file.